help all these newer country artists that have great voices and great songs be heard and connect to the audience, and that's why we're here. So that's
You guys are amazing.
why you're here too. So
Thank you guys. Yeah, it's really amazing what you guys are doing for sure. Thank you guys for having me. Seriously, really appreciate it.
No,
It's awesome.
we appreciate you. That's for sure. So,
Always.
man, you got some big stuff. Some big stuff that's been happening, right? I mean,
yeah.
Man.
just kind of out of nowhere. Tell us a little bit about how if you don't mind, tell us a little bit how how'd you get started in country radio and or country music, and what's that journey look like for you?
Absolutely. It's been crazy. It really all started for me about 18 years old. I was just kind of doing like bar gigs and stuff around, and I was like, man, like we're just only playing for 5 people and nobody really is paying any attention or really cares. And I was like, how can I get out in front of more people? It was before social media was really kind of what it is now, you know? There was just really no way to get out there unless you were signed, with a major label. And so I was like, what if I just took my truck out to my local amphitheater, like when everybody was out there tailgating, and I just dropped my tailgate down and set my speakers up and just perform for everybody out there. So I started to, yeah, that's what I started to do. And I was 18. I would just drop my tailgate and set my speakers up. And my sister played bass and I played guitar and sang. And we would go out there and play for 4 hours every time there was a tailgate. I would get so sunburned. I'm from Florida. So we would get crazy sunburns, and it was a blast though. People really loved it and connected with it. And I started to kind of just build a little following down here about a year into it or so. And then I got to go to Nashville for the first time and record my first single and EP. And the first single was called Drop a Tailgate. It's kind of about all that. And that did pretty good for me at the time. And, since now I've got, I guess, 20 songs. The 21st song comes out tonight, which I'm really excited about. Tonight at midnight, called Missing a Girl. Whiskey and Smoke just came out. It's been doing really well, and we get to tour a lot of the country, and just got a tour bus, bright red, and yeah, it's been a crazy ride, but that's kind of where it all started.
Sounds like you got to ride off that truck speaker system too on your taxes.
Yeah, figured that out. Yeah.
First ride off as like a grown adult, 8. You're like, yes, I can justify this speaker system, Mom.
Exactly. It was a good move.
So tonight at midnight, you're dropping it. That means, Shannon, you got to be playing it tomorrow.
Oh, we're going to be on it tomorrow. Don't worry.
You got to be the first.
Awesome, guys. I love to hear that.
Yeah, we'll
Ryan, what do you like to do in your free time? Obviously, besides play music and tailgate, you grew up in Florida. So, does that like surfing or hanging out on the beach or what?
Yeah, there's a few. When I first met my girlfriend, she asked me the same thing. She said, "You work so much. Like, what do you do when you're not working?" I'm like, "Well, I write songs." Like, what? But no, really though, I do. Like when I'm not working, I'm writing songs. But if I'm doing anything away from music, I do surf a little bit. Try to play basketball a little bit. But the thing that really keeps me sane is I work out. So I go to the gym, almost every day. And I work out, so it's kind of a little hobby of mine. But other than that, it's pretty much music 24/7,
So what's on your workout playlist? That's what I want to know. What, like, top or favorite or something?
It's evolved now, believe it or not. One of my best friends in high school, we used to make fun of him because he would listen to country when he worked out. And we were like, what is wrong with you? And now that's like me. Like, I listen to country when I work out. It's the weirdest thing ever. But it's country, it's rock. I grew up on rock music, so everything from Metallica, Linkin Park's my favorite band of all time. All the rock stuff, and I'm a huge Lil Wayne fan, so I listen to some rap, but I listen to a lot of country when I work out, which is really weird, but I don't know, it's good vibes.
Okay, so country music is in your blood. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And if you're listening to it when you work out, you got to have a favorite artist. Like, who would you buy a ticket to go see? Or who have you bought a concert ticket recently to go see?
Oh my gosh. Probably, my favorite probably group of all time is Florida Georgia Line. They're just so incredible to me. And but besides FGL, can't buy a ticket to go see them. So it would have to be probably Kenny Chesney. Chesney's a huge, he's a huge idol.
Here we go. Yeah. Here we go. We've opened up a can of worms now. I'm stepping back.
Bye, Shannon. See ya. We'll talk to you later. we can just fangirl and fanboy over Kenny here.
Kenny's he's
So,
awesome. Have you met Kenny?
yes. So
Okay.
about 2017. So he was actually the first concert that I paid my own money to go see.
Awesome.
And every year that he came out west, because I was born and raised here in Idaho, in the mountains. I'm a mountain girl. I'm a ranch girl. And so there was something about the beach vibes, and that black cowboy hat that just called my name. I remember I had gone off to college and he was playing, and it was a county fair, and so it was pretty small. It was when we had the wooden bleachers still, and it was before stadium tours and whatever. And I bought my ticket. It was $46 to go see him.
Oh my God.
And I remember when he got up on that stage, and that was a lot, it was like, and so he got up on that stage, and I was like, one day, I'm gonna be backstage with him in the radio room. And it took quite a few years to get to that point, but back in 2017, I got to meet him. One of the reps on the West Coast, Larry Santiago. I got to give him a little shout out, but he hooked me up, and we were in the radio room, and they're like, of course, no pictures, no anything, he just coming to chill. And all of my radio friends in Salt Lake City, Utah had met him and had hung out with him. And so I was the first one for me. Yeah. And so we're there, and I'll never forget my colleague, Justin. Kenny walks in, and he was in a baseball cap and some work boots and like some Carhartt jeans, baggy t-shirt, like what he would normally wear, not on stage. And Justin says, Kenny, come here. You don't know this yet, but you have a new girlfriend. And, like everything that's happened with him and his career and everybody that gives him a hard time. And he had just gotten divorced from Renee Zellweger and whatever. And he comes over and he's like, oh, nice to meet you. And he gave me this big hug, and he's like, everybody, we're going to need just a minute. Could you please step out of the room? And kind of like did this little flirty thing. And I just was like, I have no words. I have absolutely no words.
Oh my God, I love that.
Anyway,
that is amazing. That's a good story.
Yeah, gotten to see him and meet him a couple other times, and hang out. And he signed my boot.
There you go.
Signed one of my cowboy boots, so they're my lucky boots. So
I love that.
A couple years ago, I got a little mini Aussie doodle, and we had a radio contest. Anyways, we ended up naming her Mia Chesney.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That is so cute.
So that's my Kenny story.
Wow, yeah, I knew when she started talking Kenny, I was done. I was just gonna sit back.
I know the interview is supposed to be like about Ryan, but I had to just get that out there.
Oh, you're good.
Kenny, if you see this, know that we love you.
Yeah, absolutely. I can give you guys a Chesney story if you want one. I've never told this story. So I'm a huge Chesney fan. This is the guy that mixes my music. His name is Reed Shippen. I don't know if you know Reed or not. He's won a bunch of Grammys, and he's awesome. He mixes Kenny, and he mixes Dirks, he mixes everybody, and he's mixed my music since 2020. And Reed is like a family member to me. He's like someone I'm really close with in Nashville. And anyway, I was at a studio one day, and he gets a call, and he hangs up and he goes, hey, he said, you want to go meet Kenny Chesney? And I said, are you kidding me? Yeah. And so we roll over to the studio. I think he was at House of Blues or something, somewhere in Berry Hill in Nashville. And we walk in, and Kenny comes right up to me, and he's like, hey, I'm Kenny. It's so nice to meet you. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, like you kind of picture somebody that you really look up to, or someone that's a hero to you or whatever. And Kenny for me, exceeded that times 100. He was just so kind to me when he didn't have to be. And I got to sit in there and kind of listen to what they were working on. I think it was the Here and Now album they were working on, and spent a few hours in there. And it was a really special thing for me. My aunt's a huge Chesney fan, so I got to tell her about it. And but Chesney's, he's the real deal for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I love that for you. Oh my God.
Very cool. So man, you've been on stage with some pretty big people, right? If I'm reading this correctly, Kip Moore, Chris Lane, Chase Rice, Riley Green, Morgan Wallen, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we got to do, that was a really fun festival. We got to play with them, and that was the first time I'd met Kip one time before that, but everybody else, that was the first time I'd got to meet everybody, and everybody was just super nice, really, really nice, and it was a really good time, that's for sure.
As long as you hide the chairs, you're good, right?
Exactly.
I couldn't resist.
Oh goodness.
Exactly.
Oh man. Ryan, I'm curious, are you a movie watcher? Do you like to go to the movies or?
I'm not. Everybody hits on me for that. Mom, my sister, my girlfriend. I don't. I'm not a big movie guy. I have a few that I like, but no, not a big movie guy.
Not even a Netflix and chill. Like,
No,
what does your
no.
girlfriend like to watch? Like, what is she? If you were gonna cuddle on
Oh,
the couch with her, what would she choose?
oh, what did she watch? She watches what is that show? She watches it's called Love is Blind, I
Oh
think.
yeah. Hmm,
That's the
hmm.
one she watches, I think. I've not watched that. She's trying to get me to watch it with her, but um yeah. No, I haven't gotten around to it yet.
Well, there's some other hidden meanings probably behind that show, so stay
Maybe
away
so.
for a little while at least
Maybe
until
so. Maybe
you know
so.
what you're doing in the future.
Maybe so.
I've never watched it, so I don't know what she's talking about. So
I don't either. I don't either.
It's like basically it's like it's a spin-off of The Bachelor in a sense, you know how that
Okay.
started, but you know, you have these men and women and they like talk to each other and so you hear their voices and you get to know people but you don't see them. And so the whole point is obviously like who hooks up with who and you know, would you marry someone and you haven't even seen them physically or whatever. You've only had, you know, communication and talks like behind a wall or whatever. So
Hmm.
in a dark room. It's an interesting show. So I don't watch it regularly. I don't really binge watch anything. Like I'd rather be out hiking in the mountains or, you know, I'm too busy like vaccinating cows or something.
or driving an 18-wheeler. I saw that one on social media. I was like,
Yes, I learned how to drive a semi about a month ago. So driving those
Shannon, that's what we'll do, Shannon. We'll get together. You and I will get together, and we'll have a little. We'll watch Love Is Blind together. It sounds like a really great time.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's
oh
funny.
goodness.
That's funny, man. So I got to ask you, man. I'm curious. Are you a beer by the lake, pool, or beach kind of dude?
Oh man, that's tough. I There's a lake literally behind me right here. I grew up
Ah,
kind of on a lake, so uh, man, probably all three. I don't know if I could pick that. I probably drank the most beers on a lake because I grew up. My dad's actually a professional water skier, believe it or not, and so I grew up water skiing and stuff, and yeah, so I spent a lot of time on the boat, and then kind of yeah, when we hit high school, college age or so, and we were out on the boat, yeah, there was some beers drank.
Did mom and
okay,
dad
right.
know
Just
about that? Or was that like, you know,
They did eventually.
not in the moment? All
Maybe
right.
not in the moment. Maybe not in the moment.
What's your beer preference?
Oh my gosh.
Couple, you know. What do you go to? What's your go-tos?
I'll be honest, probably Mick Ultra. Right now I like Mick Ultra. Corona, I'm a Corona fan. I grew up in Florida, so Corona's kind of there. Yingling,
Dude, we
probably
gotta get drinking 'cause you're
Budweiser.
drinking all my beer. Literally.
Get the
Is that what you
cooler.
drink?
Pull the
Coors
cooler
Light,
out,
Next
Coors
one.
please.
Light, big Coors Light. What do you drink?
Typically for me, it's Mick Ultra, Corona, Yingling. Those are my three
There
favorites.
you go. That's what I just said.
I know.
There you
It's so
go.
crazy.
There you go.
I love that. I love that.
Awesome. So what's new on the horizon for you, Ryan?
Well, we got whiskey and smoke out. It's my top song I've released, which is really cool. Kind of like look at a little bit of the data and see how it's going, and people are just loving it. We got to go play it for the first time on tour the other night, and I had no expectations. Typically on tour we'll play Windows Down, and people go pretty crazy for that one, or Drop a Tailgate or whatever. Kind of my top songs. But man, we started playing Whiskey and Smoke, and I had my in ears in, so I couldn't really hear the verse at all. But I started singing the chorus, which is kind of a drop chorus, and the whole place, it started 800 people or whatever, just singing every word of the chorus, and I was like, "Holy crap!" And I took my ear out, and everybody knew all the words to it. So I was like, "Wow, that's crazy!" It had only been out for like 3 weeks, I think, at the time. So it's been a blast to play on tour, and how everybody's reacted to it, and the music video has been so cool. And so Whiskey and Smoke is doing great, and Missing a Girl comes out tonight. I don't know if I told you guys this, but it's been kind of a dream come true, missing a girl. The people that I got to collaborate on the song, heroes of mine, Ashley Gorley and Jaron Johnson and Chris Stefano, writers on the song, and Brandon Hood produced the song, and Reed Shippen Reed Shippen mixed the song. So kind of just like Nashville heroes of mine, to be like the artist that gets to kind of record the song is it's crazy. It's really cool. And so that comes out tonight. I can't wait to see what everybody thinks of it. It's one of my favorite songs. And we got more music coming out the rest of the year. We're gonna be touring a bunch, and yeah, a lot of fun up ahead, I guess.
I want to know what's on your tour rider.
What's on our rider?
Yeah.
You're gonna laugh. I think we probably have the most simple rider of anybody. We have 2 bottles of Jack and 2 bottles of tequila and cheese pizzas after the show. That's it. And I guess we get like a lunch. There's like a lunch on there, but yeah,
get a hot meal or something.
It's very most simple.
On the cheese pizza, like, is there a certain kind or
no? Whatever's open. Whatever's open. I don't eat the cheese pizza every night. I'll go for I'll do like, I got this from Chesney. He does this after a show, just a protein shake or something. I'll do that if I'm trying to be healthy. But my band and crew and everybody, they want the pizzas, so we kind of.
It's a real workout. I mean, everybody's exhausted, sweat everything out all day.
It is.
Well, I will say it is a lot simpler than Low Cash's. Low Cash likes to mess with their folks.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, so Chris, I've done quite a few shows with Chris and Preston. They if you haven't hooked up with them, like, they have the same type of vibe that you do as far as just your personality and whatever. Like, we need to get you hooked up with them. They're great guys.
For sure.
One of the first shows that I did with them, they requested a Jessica Simpson poster.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
And
seriously, I didn't catch that one.
Yeah, so this was back in 2017 or 2016. It was when the solar eclipse happened, and we were in the path of totality here in Idaho. And so we did a big giant festival, the Moonfest is what we called it. And anyway, so they came out, and we were in the middle of this field. The big stage is set up, and I mean, we had John Michael Montgomery and Carly and Midland and 1,000 Horses, and like some of those, Chris Bandy, and
nice.
Anyway, so it was Preston's birthday, and they sent us the rider, and I was like, all right, you guys, you got to be nice. Like, I've been talking you up to all the management and all the people that were helping put on the show and whatever, and because they were my buddies, and so they send this rider over, and the gal, there's not a poster shop, and Amazon is like, 10-day wait, where we were at, and anyway, so the lady couldn't find the poster. She was going all over to the bookstores. She's like, I can't find a poster. So the poster shows up the next day after they played. And, we unrolled it. We took a picture and sent it over to
Oh, my gosh.
He's like, oh, we've had the most fun. And so they did that for a whole year. And they change it up every year. They'll put something different on their rider. So
that's hilarious. I didn't know that.
You might want to, just adapt because it's hilarious. And it kind of gets people reeling. It's like, yeah, they choose something different and funky like that each year that they go out on their shows.
We'll start doing that. That's a great idea. I didn't know they did that. That's so funny. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's one of the funniest things. So
you're asleep at the wheel here, Ryan. Come on, man, wake up.
I know I am. I know.
Oh man.
That's hilarious.
Any opening acts or anything coming up this year for you?
Any opening slots? I'm trying to think. What do we have? We may potentially have something, but it's right now it looks like it's all headlining, which is a blast.
That's even better.
You know what?
Yeah, really.
Grow your following.
I really enjoy it.
So, with streaming and digital media and everything online, like being able to connect with your listeners is going to help tenfold. It's
blast.
Old school, selling records anymore. Really.
I know. Touring is one of my the first show that I ever played, I guess you could call it a show. I was 12 when I played this show, and it was a 4-hour show with like a band and whatever. And I've been playing shows like literally since I was 12. So it's like I could not imagine not getting out and touring. Like it's just such a big part of what I've always done in my life. Now it's a lot different than when I was 12, but
right.
You got a bus now. It's a little different, right?
It's a little different. Yeah.
Are you a top bunk or a bottom bunk kind of guy?
Middle. Middle.
Middle bunk.
Yeah.
Middle, really?
Middle bunk. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I couldn't do that.
I'm pretty tall. I'm about 6'3", so like getting in the bottom is kind of tough, and then doing like the acrobat move to get up into the top is also kind of tough. So I can kind of just slide right in the middle. It's pretty nice. Yeah,
It's a Ryan sandwich.
that's
Yeah.
what it is.
There you
That's what it
go.
is.
Speaking of sandwiches, Ryan, so I grew up on a Black Angus cattle ranch, and
Okay.
I always ask everybody how they like their steak cooked.
Okay.
Am I
Yeah.
doing it? Who I meet?
Yeah. I mean, medium rare is probably what I'll do. Yeah.
That's pretty standard.
Pretty standard. Nothing too special.
Well, Eric Church likes his medium rare.
Okay.
Dustin Lynch likes his medium rare, and so I
Okay.
think you're good. Jason Aldean likes his medium rare, so
Okay.
I think you're golden. You're on the right track.
Cool. Doing all right on my steak.
Yep.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So hey, man, we want to be respectful of your time. Obviously,
Very
we
good.
don't want to, take up too much time or whatever. But if you could have like one word of advice for your fans, right? I mean, like what's one word or one phrase that you could say?
Motivation.
Yeah, exactly. Like motivation for your fans.
Oh my gosh. In what way specifically?
So for example, I always open my radio show with "It's a great day for a great day."
Oh my God, I
And
love that.
that phrase really got me through some tough times personally. And when I kind of got to this point where I recognized and realized, like, hey, this phrase and me telling myself and saying it in the mirror every day when I'm getting ready to go to work could be helpful. And I remember it just popped out of my mouth when I turned the mic on, probably 6 years ago, 7 years ago. And it's now to the point that if I walk in the grocery store, someone will be like, "Hey, Rachel, it's a great day for a great day."
Wow.
And so it's just cool to kind of get to see, from your perspective, like some little motivational phrase or something that keeps you going when life tries knocking you down, and something that your fans can relate to. That they think, well, Ryan does this, I'm going to try doing that, or I'm going to say that, or I'm going to tell myself that.
Wow, I love that. Oh my gosh, I wish I had something as cool as that. That's pretty darn good. I don't think I can top that. I don't know. I'd probably say uh I don't know, just being from Florida and stuff, I'd probably say just enjoy the ride. It's I feel like life is such a ride, and I feel like there's so many things you could look back on that I don't know, maybe you don't understand at the time or whatever, but when you come out the other side and you look back on it, you're like, wow, I can't believe that got me here, or that, if I wouldn't have gone through that, my life wouldn't be as beautiful as it is now. And um, yeah, I think I'd be all right. Enjoy the ride.
I
Let's
like
get
it.
that on a bumper sticker.
It's my new bumper sticker.
Enjoy the
Gonna put it
ride.
on my truck.
There you
Yeah.
go. I like it. What? Hey, are you a Chevy or a Ford guy?
I'm a Chevy guy.
Yeah.
Oh, good. All right.
Yeah.
We had such a good
We
streak
can
going.
be
I was
friends.
hoping I wasn't gonna screw it up. Yeah, I'm in my Silverado. Yep.
That's what I got. I got a high country Silverado, brother.
There you go.
Yeah,
There
I
you
love
go.
it. Love it. Love it. So I always tell everybody this too, man. We're following you on social media, man. Rachel Ryan, Shannon.
Yep.
Follow us back, man.
I will. I will follow you right back right now. What do you guys are you following me on Instagram, or what are you following me on? On everything?
Insta and TikTok.
Okay, I'll get you guys right
And
back.
Facebook. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Got you
Facebook.
guys.
Yeah, we're following you on
Got you
all that.
guys.
So
Yeah, I know we had connected on TikTok, but yeah,
yep, definitely.
cool. I will.
So cool, man. Well, we appreciate your time today. Rachel, anything else from you?
Nope. He has fulfilled and satisfied all my wildest dreams by
Oh my
saying
gosh.
he loves Kenny Chesney. So
Uh, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys seriously so much for having me. This was a blast. Thank you guys.
Awesome.
well,
Thank you,
we're
Ryan.
going to keep
Awesome.
playing your stuff, and reach out if you need anything. We'd love to help share and spread your songs and your music, and
Yeah.
just help you grow. So
You guys are
that you
awesome.
can get a stadium tour, stadium
Heck
headline
yeah.
tour.
That's where we're trying to
We'll
go.
be right there. We'll be right there beside you.
You guys are amazing. I can't wait to meet you guys in person too soon.
Yes, we'll make that
For
happen.
For sure.
We'll make that
Absolutely.
happen. Bye,
Thank
Ryan.
you guys so much. See you guys.
Take care.